Welcome everybody to the Beaver County Softball Network. We are here at the Beaver, what do they call this? The Bobcat Brawl. And it's just an opportunity for varsity teams to play a little bit with their freshmen and new players and just kind of get a feel for what they got going into the off season. Opportunity for me to see some of these girls. My equipment hasn't been used in a few weeks, and one thing didn't work. But it's part of having electronics, I guess. Okay, so we have Blackhawk will be in the field, and Southside is batting. I'm going to see if I can pull up the lineups here. Give us an idea who we're watching. There's a called strike.
Strike here.
There's a swing and a miss. Strike three. That'll be the first out. That's a ball in play. It's going to be grabbed by second and gets the out at first. Nice play. So we have, I think it's Kylie Pursuta pitching. I'm going to have to look at their rosters. These are just fall games, so they're not too worried about stats or anything. So from a game following standpoint, I can't cheat, so I have to pay attention here for the score. There's a swing and a miss, strike three, and that'll end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down, and we will be back with Blackhawk's chance to hit. New thing I'm doing, releasing the first one later today is a monthly newsletter. So if you're interested in Beaver County softball, and this goes for any age limit, so this will be 6U all the way up to varsity, any news or anything that's related to the network or softball itself in or around Beaver County. Sign up here and get your monthly newsletter. So just go to newsletter.bcsoftballnetwork.com and you'll have to enter your name and your email. And you'll get it. I'm going to send the first one out later this evening. So I'm looking forward to that. One thing I'm kind of realizing is a lot of people aren't on Facebook, and that's where I did a lot of, in fact, most of my communications. So I figured a newsletter might be a easier way to reach out to everybody, at least monthly anyway. You can see this field here is a baseball field, and you can see the pitcher is on the edge of the hump, which has got to be weird. And let me pull up South Side. I think this is a freshman pitching, maybe. Let me see if I can find her team. She's wearing 21, I believe. Yeah, she's there. She's a freshman pitcher. Don't know her name. And batting first. Is this number 45? Yeah. Let's see who it is. Sophia Rudy. Don't remember this girl from last year's team, so maybe she's a freshman. That's one thing that's pretty cool about these games is you get to see the new faces and how they fit in. And sometimes, like, there's no rules, so sometimes coaches will bring up an 8th grader if they are short players. That doesn't happen very often, but so the first batter walked. This batter is Bryn Hysong, I believe. She kind of took over the shortstop position last year as a freshman. Really good player. Fundamentally sound. It's a pickoff attempt. There's that ball in play. And it's going to be caught by shortstop. Nice play. Just got underneath it a little bit. Didn't make a strong contact. So that's the first out. So we have runners on, just on first. 1 out. Let's see if I can get a number here batting. Number 4. I think this is their catcher, Hinges. I forget her first name. Layla. Or wait a minute. It's Mia. Layla must be her sister. Yeah, Mia Yenges. She's their catcher. I don't think she's catching this game, but she caught a lot last year. This tie. The one thing I do have, and I can share with everybody here in between innings, is the new Whippeal sections. And I'm really excited. There's a advanced runner advances on a pass ball there, but I'm really excited about the section that Blackhawk is in. It's going to be a lot of Beaver County teams. Should be a lot of fun to watch. It's going to be fair ball. It's going to score a run. Right down the line, third base. She dove for it, tried to make a play on it. She did get a glove on it, but couldn't control it. So that'll be the first run for Blackhawk. There's a hit through the right side of the infield, and that's going to get runners on the corners. I don't know if she meant to do that, but you always want to try to hit behind the runners. And in that situation, it was a good hit there. And the runner's going to advance to second unattested. Should go in a book as a stolen base. No one's keeping book though. There's a ground ball to third. She gets the out at first and everyone stays. Nice play by third there. Yeah, Mia on, I think that's, or they have a courtesy runner out there for her. Maybe. I can't see the number. Too far away. Swing and a miss. Let's see who's batting here. 29. I think I know who that is. I'm not going to be wrong though, so I'm going to look it up. Yeah, Addie Raymer. She's one of their outfielders. Blackhawk, they didn't lose many players. This is going to be a big year for them. A lot of talent coming back. A lot of young talent too. There's a call, strike three. So that was a good inning for Southside. They only gave up one run on a couple hits. So we'll be back with the second inning. Blackhawks up 1-0. This is the section breakdown for all the Beaver County teams. So the teams in red are Beaver County teams. So you can see Class 1A will be Southside, who's playing now, and Rochester. And Southside typically does good in this section. There's a state powerhouse in Union that always have a really good team. And then in 2A's Aliquippa, and I believe the umpire is actually the softball coach for Aliquippa. Could be wrong, but I think that's who it is. Then I'll bring this up in between next inning there to talk more about it. So don't have their Southside's current roster. There's a pop-up. And it's going to be caught by second base. What I'll do is look at their last year's roster and see if I can just won't have the freshmen or any new players. So this is number 12. Let's see if she's on or she's not on here. So she's a freshman, or maybe she changed her number. There's a swing and a miss. She has a nice swing. I think she has a Steel City Athletics helmet on. So she's on a travel team. There's a fly ball, and that's going to be caught by the left fielder. Nice play. Some a nice drive. She got underneath it a little bit too much. So that's 2 outs. And I can't see this girl's number. Sun or glare. This is Helena. She looks like she changed her number. She's number 10. But if that's who this is, Helena Medijevic. I have a national anthem that she sang that I'll use next year. Strike 3. And that'll end the inning. All right, let me bring these up again. So in Class 2A, Section 1 is El Equipa, Freedom, New Brighton, and Riverside. And this is always a tough section because of Neshannock and Laurel. They have really good pitching, and I think they might be both seniors this year. I don't know what they have coming up, but this has been a brutal section. Just because of the pitching. I mean, Shenango had good pitching. Riverside had a good pitcher a couple years ago. But, yeah, Neshannock is definitely a powerhouse in there. And Laurel, Autumn Boyd, who was one of their better pitchers, she's playing at Youngstown State with my daughter. So it'll be fun to finally have her on a friendly side. And Class 3A is Beaver Falls and Hopewell, and Central Valley moved up, and I believe Ambridge also moved up, and we'll talk about that one next. Let's get to the game here. All right, so the Blackhawks roster. Football. This is number 24. Lila Grimm. Of course, hopefully they didn't change their numbers, but this is actually, well, this is Blackhawks 2025 roster, so we should be good. So this is Lila Grimm. She agreed to get interviewed on my small ball podcast, so we'll have an interview of her here in a couple months. Several girls from Blackhawk volunteered to do it. I have 14 interviews, I think, lined up. Gonna be busy. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. There's a nice changeup. This pitcher's a freshman. I remember her playing here last year, but she played as an 8th grader because they needed pitching. There's a called strike. So she looks pretty good. Missed the number for Blackhawk. Number 10. So this is Peyton Kimberlin. She's also going to get interviewed with me on the Small Ball podcast. It's off the plate outside. It was a nice take. Actually a good pitch. Get her to swing at a ball out of the zone. It's nice today. I was supposed to do a game yesterday, but I have so much stuff that I put up. It's hard to get down if it starts raining. So when there's a threat of rain, especially when it's not a big playoff game or something, I'm not gonna risk it. September 1st. Hard to believe it's September 1st already. Called strike 3. That was a nice pitch. Caught the corner there. Nice frame by the catcher. So there's 2 outs now. Trying to see who we got here. Number 11. This is Morgan Alexander. Swing and a miss. There's a hit. It's going to be up the middle and caught, I think, by the shortstop. I couldn't really see where it went. Or was it center? That was center, man. Nice play. All right, so we'll be back. Actually, let me talk a little bit about bring up a section. I need to change it. Give me 1 second. Okay, so Class 3A is going to be Beaver Falls and Hopewell, and Elwood City, Mohawk, and Quaker Valley. They were in there last year. Avonworth is a new addition to this section, and Ambridge and Central Valley moved up to 4A, and that 4A Section 3 is going to be fun. Western Beaver moved down from 5A. And you have Ambridge, Beaver, Blackhawk, Central Valley, and Western in that section. That's going to be a very fun section there. A lot of good teams. Hampton is always good. North Catholic, you really don't know what they have from year to year. But, yeah, that should be a fun section to follow. I'm excited for it. All right, so batting now for Southside is number 21. I don't know if that was a foul or. So I thought it was a swing and a miss. So they don't have a 21 in their lineup, so don't know who this is. She has a Team PA helmet. Big fan of Team PA. Called strike. I think I remember their assistant coach talking to me about this girl. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Still Kylie Pursuta pitching. Her and Peyton Kimberlin will probably be doing most of the pitching for Blackhawk. I don't know if they have any freshman pitchers coming up or not. Is this number 19? No. Should be another freshman, I would think. Another TPA girl, looks like. Was last year was Allison DeLong, but she graduated. I think she's playing ball at Penn State Beaver. 2-1's a count. Called strike, even at 2. swing and miss. Strike 3. That'll be 2 outs. It's a nice pitch. You can hear the wind. There is a breeze out here. It's a beautiful day considering what it was yesterday. Alright, I think this is number 8. That's what we're going with. And they don't have one in last year's roster, so this must be another new girl. A lot of freshmen. Good for Southside. I guess maybe bad for Southside. It depends on how you look at it, I guess. There's a ball play back to the pitcher, and she'll get the out at first. Nice play. Good inning for Blackhawk. So this will be the bottom of the 3rd. Blackhawk is up 1-0. Be right back. So this is a fundraiser. I usually use this to raise some money for the network, whether it's new equipment or whatever. But this year I'm donating it to the Blackhawk family. And I'm sure if you're from Beaver County, you've heard this, but anything that is made by this fundraiser, I'm going to donate it to them. So go to survivor.bcsoftballnetwork.com and sign up. It's fun. All you got to do is pick one winning NFL team. You pick a winner, you survive. If you pick a loser, then you're eliminated. So it's easy to play. You don't need to know a lot about football. But it's a 60-40 split. So $10 per entry. $6 goes to the winning pot. And $4 will go to the Blackhawk family. What a story that was. Still hard to believe. There's a swing and a miss. They have a spaghetti dinner coming up. I think it's next weekend, I believe. Fundraiser for that Blackhawk family. So if you want to go, you can reach out to me. You can find it on Facebook. You can get tickets from Mark Fitzgerald. He's big name with Central Valley softball in the youth organization. So he can give you tickets. That ball's hit down the line. That was a nice hit. And she's going to go for 2, and she'll get there. Nice hit down the line. There's a nice bunt. Bunt attempt. Too hard down the line. And I didn't see who hit that double. I was too busy talking. Called strike on the corner. That was a nice pitch. Is this number 1? Yeah, this is Hannah Nolte. Another new name. I don't know who that is. And if I put my glasses on, I could see who's on second. That's a foul ball. That bunt had a better touch on it, but it went foul. So we have number 16 on second. And that is Sadie Lidner. So I know she hit a grand slam yesterday. So she's a sophomore. I know she's the little sister of Zoe Lidner. Looks like she might be a pretty important bat for Blackhawk. It's a swing and a miss, a nice pitch. Let's see if I can find out who this is. 34. And 34 is Eva Paris. Good eye.
Go, Eva. Come on, Eva. Come on, 24, let's go. Eva, you got this. Good job, Sadie. Good job. Go, Eva.
Oh, she swung there. Tried to check her swing, but she went. I think it was going to be a strike anyway. It's a full count. Ball 4. It's a nice at bat. All right, so let's see who's up next.
Go, Heidi.
Shows bunt. I think this is Heidi Tubbs. I think I heard him say Heidi. Called strike. It's another young player. Good eye. Nice block by the catcher. Keep that ball in front of you. Good job. That's a strike. A lot of times these freshmen or younger players are a little nervous. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And if you think about it, well, this pitcher's young too, so they're on the same age. But a lot of times you have older players that are, approaching 18, playing girls that are only 14. So that's a big jump. A lot of freshmen struggle with it, at least from a mental side of it. Then there's some freshmen that don't care. They just play ball. It's nice seeing a new face behind the plate. Beaver County is thirsty for umpires. It's a nice hit. It's foul. I umpired a little bit. I just don't want to. There's a ball. doing this because I can make my own schedule. I don't have to worry about someone else scheduling me when I don't want to do something. Especially when my daughter's playing college ball. That's strike 3. Nice pitch. Gonna win the inning. All right, it's a good game. We'll be back with the top of the 4th. Here's something new I'm introducing. Sports cards in Beaver County. Didn't do anything yet, but it's definitely something I'm looking into. So check out sportscards.bcsoftballnetwork.com. And these are like trading cards for softball players. I'm going to start with softball. I might move to other sports, but right now it's just focused on softball. And learn more about it at sportscards.bcsoftballnetwork.com. All right, so we still have Kylie Pursuta pitching. There's a late swing there. Strike 1 on number 22 for Southside. Another new face. That ball's hit towards first, and they're going to make the out at first base. I think that was just the first baseman who caught it and touched first base. It'll be the first out. So this is number 9 for Southside. Another new number. A lot of new faces for Southside. That's going to be foul ball down the first base line. So we have 2 outs now. There's a swing and a miss. This is number 33. Another new number. That's a foul ball. I guess it's possible that Southside caught a lot of new numbers on their team, but a lot of new faces. That's strike 3, and that'll end the inning. This is the top of the 4th. Let me update that. what you're looking at now is how many people watch this network that are not subscribed to it. So if you can subscribe, it doesn't cost anything. And the more subscriptions we get, the more we grow. The more we grow, it puts us in a position to monetize with YouTube and fund this network and, through social media instead of asking parents to pay for, fees to watch it. I know some organizations are charging you to watch games and stuff, and that's not my intention. I want social media to pay for it, so I just need help growing it, and this is one of the ways. So if you're watching and you're not subscribed to the channel, please click on the subscribe button and help me out. Alright, so we are ready to bat here. This is number 12 for Blackhawk. I have to switch over to their roster. And number 12 is Chloe Frenity. I'm sure I said that wrong. I'm not good at pronouncing names. Slow. That's a hit. And right to the shortstop. I don't know if I caught that or not. That was third that caught it. Nice play. So that's one out. And I can't see who this number is. 20, 22. That's going to be a ground ball. Third gets it. Throws it to first and gets the out. Nice play. That was Laura Selleck, number 22. That is hit to first. And I think they made the play. I don't know if first she went way over to get that. Nice play. All right, so we'll be back with the top of the fifth. Blackhawks up 1-0. So here's my lineup for the interviews this fall. So if you aren't familiar, I offer to interview seniors, rising seniors. So these girls are all 2025 seniors, and they've all agreed to do an interview. So I have room for a couple more. If they're out there and you still want to do an interview, just reach out to me through however you want. Instagram, Facebook, email. And let me know you're interested, and I'll add you to the list. Start these November after fall is over and everyone goes inside. Then we'll start doing these interviews and have a different format this year. So hopefully they'll be entertaining. They won't be as long, drawn out, and some of the questions will be a little bit more fun. It's windy out here. right, so we have a new pitcher for Blackhawk. 22, Laura Selleck. And she doesn't sound familiar to me, so she might be a freshman. It's a foul ball. Let me see if I can get a number here for Southside. It's number 5. And that is going to fall for a hit. That was Kirsten Chernick. I'm not sure if that's her, who that is or not. That was last year's roster. So that's back to the pitcher. Gets the out at first. Does move the runner to second base though. I'm going to try to get that force at second. Maybe turn 2 on that one. That is the tying run. Here's a called strike. And I wasn't paying attention. So there was a stolen base, and now she's on third base. That's the tying run. There's one out. Foul ball. And this is number 26. And I don't know. They must have. I bet you some of these girls change their numbers. That's it. That was quick snap there. She might have got her. I didn't see it, and obviously didn't switch the camera quick enough. I wonder if this is Karis Dunham. She was 29 last year, but she's 26 there. If this is Karis, this is another girl that I have on my small ball schedule. That was a nice pitch. That's hard to lay off at. Real nice pitch. And again, and that one will be a strike. That's a nice pitch there. So that's 2 outs. Runner on third base still. And that's going to be hit to short. And it was a high throw. I want to say that she kind of almost tried to guide that throw instead of just throwing it. Way too cautious. Trust yourself. Make that throw. So that ties the game up. 1-1. Swing miss. This is number 10 for Southside. Savannah Miller. Of course, that's if she didn't change her number. That's a hit. Short gets it. Makes a throw. Gets out of that. Southside does tie it up, though. All right, we'll be back
We got Kara, Brand, Mia.
after a short break.
Yeah, Rudy. Okay, that's what I call a special K. Hey, Kira. Yeah, Rudy. Kira, you're going to third, okay? Let's go, kid. Let's go.
Are you doing the next 2 games down here?
I'm not straightening that. Basically telling you. I've coached a couple games in my life. Couple. Only a couple. And out of those couple, maybe only one good one. Coaching game. I've coached one good game.
So if you're on Facebook, give us a follow. And when you see us posting, go ahead and interact with it. Like it, share it, all that stuff. That brings revenue to the network and helps me keep this free for everybody.
No, go. You stay. You stay. Last play of the game.
I was like, I'm not even gonna. I was like, I'm not trying to jump that.
Go, Kira.
At least it wasn't on the ground, because then it would have been my fault if it was on the ground.
All right, so we have number 21 is still pitching for Southside.
Yeah, Rudy. Give her one. Ball. Why didn't they give her
Trying to catch this number. 45. That's a hit. And that's going to be over the left fielder's head. And she's going to go 3. And they got her.
Good relay. You okay?
It's a nice throw by Short. Third base didn't even have to move her glove.
Good job.
It was a nice hit.
Good tag, Maddie. Come on, Bryn.
I think as a coach, I'm holding her at second. I don't want to one run or with the game being tied. That would have been a nice opening double. And this is Brent High song. No batting. Miss Low. Yeah, I like the aggression, but in this situation, you wanna play it safe, especially with no outs. There's a ball hit. Third gets it, throws it first, not in time. I think she would have been safe even if they would have caught it. So there's a runner on first base, 1 out. And we have I think this is Mia Yinges, number 4. There's a foul ball out of play. Nice contact. I have to move all my stuff to the other field here after this game. That gets past the catcher. And runner will advance to second. Called strike. It's a nice pitch. There's a ball. Back to pitcher. Gets the out at first. Runner does advance to third. That is the go-ahead run. It's a big at bat here. Let's see who it is. This is Zoe Lindner. Good stick here. Big hit. Gotta be clutch here. There's a strike. This is one thing that's important for seniors to, in these situations, you got to get the hit. You got to figure it out. There's a throw down to third. I don't know if you want to do that. Ball outside. It's a good eye. I always say good hitters hit good pitches. Ball four. So we have runners on first and third. Doing a courtesy runner here. First and third, 2 outs. And I don't know who's batting. This is probably Kylie Pursuta. She's also a good stick. Runners on second and third. There's a foul ball. No one. A base runner advances to second like that, and nobody makes a play on him. A lot of people will put a defensive indifference, but in this situation, the coaches really don't want that girl stealing second, so it should be a stolen base. There's a foul ball. You know, people who use Game Changer use that defensive indifference a little bit too much. I can't say it. Defensive indifference means there's a hit. And that gets past the left fielder. And she holds it second. So that scores 2. Now that's a clutch hit right there. What I was saying, when it scores close like that, no team wants that runner to advance to second. They may not make that throw, but they don't want them to advance. And that's going to fall for another RBI. She was almost on second. She went back. But yeah, getting back to that defensive indifference is when you're winning big. Like if you're up 10-0 and you truly don't care if that girl goes to second or not. Called strike. Top of the zone. This is Lilac Grim, I believe. There's a ball hit, and that's going to be bobbled by second, and that'll score another run. they're doing all this with 2 outs. Scored 4 runs with 2 outs. There's a stolen base attempt, and it gets past the outfielder, or I'm sorry, the shortstop. But nothing hurt. The catcher, she has to get herself in a better position throwing. And that gets past the catcher, and the runner's going to advance to third base. Missed inside. See if I can. Oh, this is Peyton Kimberlin, number 10. Called strike 3. All right. So let's get into the top of the 6th inning here. Could be the last inning for Southside. We'll be right back.
Nope, fat nap. Fat nap. No little naps over here. My naps are like a full night's sleep. Unless someone wakes me up, then I get mad. One day down? Okay, girl. The attitude. Now walk off. Come in!
So this will be the first podcast we release in November. I'm not sure if the softball fans would be interested in this as much as the others who do streaming and live broadcasting. It's pretty neat to see how things are done behind the scenes, especially with this Yola box that I use. The first podcast this season I released in June. It was about giving parents advice on picking a travel team. And that actually got a lot of views. That was the most viewed podcast I ever posted. So, foul ball. This pitcher, she throws pretty good. I know Coach Jim has a couple pitchers, upperclassmen. And there's a base hit. But you can never have enough, and you always want to get ready for next year. They have Peyton Kimberlin. She's the senior this year. And I think Kylie Pursuta is senior next year. And then they have this girl here who I think is a freshman. So Blackhawk is set for pitching for a few years. There's a fly ball, and that's going to fall. And they got the force at second. Yeah, that base runner, she needs to go halfway to have a chance. She stayed too close to first. Didn't have a chance to get to second. That gets away from that catcher. But the runner stayed at first. It's one thing for these younger kids to know, if you're listening. Always look for that base. Be ready to run every pitch. And if you, oh, they threw it. And she's going to be caught, and they got her. See that catcher's excited. Kind of, I don't know if she did like a delayed steal. I wasn't really watching the field. Gotta be smart out there. Ball four. We have a runner on first base. It's slow. It's definitely windy out here. Hit. Second gets it, makes the play at first. And that might be the game. There's a couple minutes left, so they're gonna let them get a couple at bats here. They do have a time limit just to get these games moved along. This has been a pretty good one. A lot of young players. I see good talent on both sides. So we have to get to 4,000 watch hours here on YouTube. So watch these games as often as you can. Help me get to 4,000. I think I'm like at 20, what is it, 2,500 or something like that. Get me to 4,000 and then this network will fund itself. Monetize on YouTube and it would definitely help cover the expenses for sure. It's tough to get there. There's some YouTubers out there that, I mean, they have hundreds and thousands of followers. And they make a good bit of money. I don't expect to do that, but if I can make enough to cover the expenses, it's at least what I'm shooting for. So this is going to be the last inning. Probably get maybe 1 or 2 batters in. And then I have to pack up and move to the other field. First pitch, Miss Lowe. This pitcher, I don't know who it is, number 21. She pitched all game. She did pretty good. She had 1 rough inning, a couple errors, with 2 outs is where they scored all their runs. And that hit the batter. There's a strike. She thought about swinging and she held up. There's a called strike. Safe on a stolen base. It's a nice throw down. That's strike 3. That ball's popped up, and third makes the play. That'll be 2 down, and I think the time is up. All right, so thanks for watching, and we will be back on at, I think, 12:30, if I remember right. But thanks again for watching. Appreciate it. Catch you next time.